All right, music fans, welcome back. Harmless Dave here, talking real music in real time for some real people out there, just like you and just like me. All right, because again, this band was nice enough to send me their album all the way from Germany. Arrived in the mailbox. I was very excited. It's Bad Sister. Where Will You Go is the name of the album. A little bit apocalyptic on the cover. They say they're not a political band. The music isn't political, but definitely an interesting album cover which depicts it depicts some kind of reality that we're all trapped in. And I really like these guys. So check out Bad Sister. Female vocals, really different. Just it's got a melodic rock, like kind of light and dark shading with the music, but it's still very listenable. Courtesy of Pride and Joy Music. You may be able to find this. I'm thinking you might pay a lot for it. Again, you can use it as a coaster. It's a great conversation starter. Of course, you can go listen to the music over on Spotify or wherever you stream quality music. Speaking of quality music, holy crap, Batman, Uriah Heep is back tomorrow. They're releasing their brand new album. It's their 25th solo album. They were locked in the studio because of the lockdowns, and they talk about it. And so far, the two singles that are out there, the latest one is called Hurricane. If you're a fan of this band, and I am, I think you'll really enjoy this. It just is a breath of fresh air in a sea of mediocre, old school, classic rock type bands that continue to roam the planet, but aren't putting out music or aren't putting out very good music. This is kind of like a press release from the band. It says, British hard rock legends and progenitors, Uriah Heep recently announced the release of their 25th studio album, Chaos and Color. It drops tomorrow, people, so you can pre-order right now, courtesy of Silver Lining Music. The official lyric video for the album's second single, Hurricane, is currently out there, so you can go check it out via YouTube. Drummer and co-writer Russell Gilbrook explains, Simon and I wrote the song about how our ancestors looked at storms and how these can be interpreted as being messages from the gods or messages from God. That's what I would probably say it that way. Anyway, their power is awesome, meaning these gods. Maybe they should go read Return of the Gods by Jonathan Cahn. Their power is awesome, by the way. And it's a great inspiration for a rocking track. And it could be an inspiration for those of you who see the world falling apart as well. Anyway, founding guitarist and I believe only original member Mick Box says, music and lyrics are of paramount importance to me. I used to hate those 80s MTV $1 Million videos as they created such a visual image that all calls to imagination were lost because you didn't have to think. He makes a good point here. I think the power of music and lyrics are fantastic, and that they do certain things to people. It's true. You can kind of picture your own image rather than someone else's image. Chaos and Color is an album which bristles with explosive classic rock guitars, supreme harmonies, and Heap's famously generous keyboard foundation. I love that. These guys lean on the keyboards, and it's just awesome, especially in a world where keyboards are frowned upon in rock music. Even 30 years after this nonsense began, it is unsurprisingly an album that found its extra thrust during the Thing-demic, which was as bizarre for Uriah Heep as it was for humanity in general. Now, the band gets a little negative here about what happened. Wow. I mean, they're not towing the line about how wonderful and great it all was. The album title reflects that we are in chaotic times with being locked down, tours being canceled, businesses folding, and all the chaos that was thrown into the world, explains Box. And as far as I could see it, the only color people had was through music. It helped so many people get through those difficult years. Years. It's true. And we're still going in some cases, using that strength and power which music has to make those bad times not quite so bad. Now, again, this is like speaking heresy in this industry here to say that you weren't really all that excited about going through those lockdowns and, you know, being canceled and so forth. And by the way, on a slightly related note, there is this amazing viral video which Project Veritas just released. I would highly recommend you go and watch that video. And for those of you who are skeptics, right, who think that I've got a tinfoil hat and all my friends have tinfoil hats, I'm waiting for one, by the way, to arrive in the mail at some point so I can wear it and show it off for everybody. In any event, these undercover videos, which some people don't like because they call them ambush videos, they tell the truth about a certain company and how they formulate their products. It's quite alarming. And even if you are very much pro CVS multiple times a year, because that's all you can do to fix your problems, which I think we're learning is exactly the opposite of how you would fix your problems, you might not like the video because it really exposes what this is truly all about, you know. But again, the complaint is it's just a big ambush, and it's because it's an ambush, and then you can't listen to anything that's being said, which is just a bunch of baloney, because you should listen to what's being said because they're telling the truth, and you're hearing these executives tell the truth about stuff. All right, so I'm supposed to be talking about Uriah Heep, and I went off on a tangent. Sorry. They go on, though, to talk about there were still the looming specter of protocols. I just love the word protocols. I love it. And rules to follow in the middle of 2021 as the world tried to find its feet. Uriah Heep slowly found their way into Chapel Studios in London during the summer of 2021 as restrictions were tentatively lifted, working again with Jay Rustin, who I believe is the producer. Jay was completely on board with what we are trying to achieve in the studio, says Box. We're a band that has a fantastic heritage, and to carry on that tradition, it was vitally important that the band recorded in the studio, all playing at the same time. Amen to that. Jay understood that, and he pulled out the best of us as a band, as well as individual players, while getting us some amazing sounds. So Jay Rustin, the producer. During the entire album, Bernie Shaw's timeless vocals sit expertly beside the band's phenomenal artistry. Mick Box on guitar, Phil Lanzon keyboard, Russell Gilbrook drums, Dave Rimmer on bass, rounding out exceptional performances throughout. Chaos and color. Uriah Heep, real music for real people, right? Check it out. Comes out tomorrow. I would order yourself a copy. Of course, most people just maybe stream the album, but you really should support an artist like Uriah Heep, who, by the way, why aren't they in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? Well, Dave, they don't have much of a catalog for radio. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Their influence is just incredible. You think of all these bands that kind of had a bit of a similar pedigree, bands like Deep Purple, Uriah Heep, who I don't mention enough, Rainbow. They had a certain sound, and these keyboards and the way they were incorporated, yeah, it was more progressive. It wasn't pop, but you know, rock and roll has all kinds of shapes and colors. And I think Uriah Heep is certainly a worthy candidate for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Although we'll probably get a few more rap artists before Uriah Heep get considered to be put into the Rock Hall. Yeah, because you want to put rap in the Rock Hall because it's called the Rap Hall of, no, it's actually called the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. All right. Anyway, one more time on this wonderful album by Bad Sister. Where Will You Go? Well, a couple of years ago, we were all kind of locked in the house or wherever. So good for Uriah Heep for getting back out there and getting together, which I think is awesome, and putting out new material, which we desperately need from great bands like this one, Uriah Heep. All right, folks. I am done with this video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to support the channel, okay? Patreon, memberships on YouTube. You can do like $1 a month over on Patreon. Subscribe to the videos. Like the videos. Get the notifications using that bell, which you can hit. And then people tell me, you know, Dave, I'm not getting notifications on your videos anymore. Yeah, it happens, folks. I mean, platforms just blow right by me. I've been around for like 6, 7 years. I do it the way I want to do it. I know people have told me to do it some other way, you know, higher production value, whatever. I can sit here all day and make one video. I'm sorry, you know, this is what I do, and some people like it and some people don't. But anyway, if you can watch the videos and like the videos, that is much appreciated. All right. As usual, I have babbled for too long, so see you soon.